Hello everyone, welcome back to the unsupervised classification and the image processing technique. This is the second part of our and second and last part of our practical exam, MSA GD program. I am as usual Kamruzzman. Is explaining how the image classification can be done from the unexpected and from the unsupervised classification. If we actually do this flowchart and if we have to look at this workflow, and we can see the image classification starts right after the unsupervised classification, and there are like several steps, and this is very tedious, and if you spend a lot of time in behind this, you will be actually differentiating a lot of features from nowhere. But for the easiness of the task, I am actually dividing into like 5 or 6 class. So, but you can do much better than me. So I think my target is to explain everyone how to do this sort of image classification. And first of thing is you will have to open. You will be needing an unsupervised classification file and do the color changing and tagging the feature as like water feature or vegetation or something, that part, and manually inspection, and the feature has been tagged accordingly. You can save the file, and the next thing you will have to do is the record. Record is the main part, and after you have identified all the features, you will have to record the range of features into another code name that is called that's why it's called as record. And if you actually add 2 more attributes in this record data, that is the area and the name of the new class, and this file is ready for the submission. So let us explain in real life. Say we want to do the unsupervised classification of the black and white image, and the right side image is actually used as a reference, and how does it look in the real life. So this is actually obviously not the true color. Actually this is the vegetation has been represented as infrared image. So let us explain how the things actually done in this case. So let us open the attribute table of the unsupervised classification. You can see there are a number of class, and each of the class will be renamed as with the nature of unsupervised classification, and you will have to manually change the class name and the class color, so that you can actually find all the features in your area. That will be more accurate. But for the time shortage, I am not going to explain all the features, and more or less 1 or 2 features I am going to show. So let's start with this one. The first feature, if we actually see this image, that this is a stream line actually going with the river, maybe a khal or canal. This has been a very prominent feature. So let's what we see, the watercolor is as blue. So let's make it color blue. You can see the color has been changed accordingly with the feature type, and the unclassified feature name is noted as water. In the next, if a next black feature that has been also predicted as watercolor feature, so I can actually tag this one as water 2. So this is the way we can actually identify all the water body here. Let's go to the third one. Let's check what is this one, and we can see some like something like in the low-lying land near the water body. So you have to expect for a long time and do some trial and error process. Say for an example, if we actually do the inquiry, if we start the inquiry tab and change it to the red zones, say this has been actually changed with some looks like a very marshland or like lowland. Maybe this is some sort of lowland or something. So we can tag it as something a low-lying land, that is lowland which been stacked. Let's go and we'll move forward to the next one. That is also some low-lying area maybe, and let's indicate with this positive feature identifier as, so that you can see this is the area in between the trees. So this may be also the in case of low-lying area. So in this way you will be able to actually identify all the features, and the more time you invest in here, your image classification will be more accurate. So I am skipping this stage. Please do the homework before going to sitting into the exam. I hope this thing is not will be required only for the exam. I think this art will be required throughout your entire life in GIS and remote sensing specialist. So let's move forward. Now if we actually want to open this unsupervised classification file, now let's go to the file we have created, unsupervised 60 class, that has been also already been added as has been saved for submission. So after doing all the hard work, I have prepared this one. This might not be as accurate as it should be, so but it actually shows how we can do this sort of work. You will spend more times and more concentration on this, and will prepare more better features, identify more features than me. But this has been a test situation. Say for an example, feature number 1 to 9 has been identified as water class, that has been identified as blue, and feature number 10 to 42 has been identified as green feature, as that is the dark vegetation, and something has a dark light green that has been identified as grassland or something, a small tree, and the other features is been identified as either soil or sandy feature. So this is the feature has been identified, and we doing all the hard work we will get this type of file, and this is ready for the recoding type of purpose. For recoding purpose, I will have to explain what the recoding is. Say for in this file you will see all the features are actually different. Say for this row has a number 9, and this row has a number this row has a number 1, and this row has a number 9. So in recoding we will have to do all these feature in this domain into putting into another separate number. So we will get like a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 classes for this whole image unsupervised classification, and we will actually put a new ID for this every class, and let's see how we can do this. We will have to do the thematic table and click on the recode, and after setting up the recode we will have to know which one is the image, which one is the range I actually doing. Say for example, from 0 to 9 has been identified as water body, right? So this has actually highlighted as water body, and with the new value as 1. So I click on the change selected row, and all the values has been changed into 1. In the same way, I actually put another features, like this one is as next value as 2. and if we click on the change selected rows, this will be all changed to the 2. In the third row, I can actually change into the next category, in the number 3, and it will be changed accordingly. It is changed as 3. The next 2 class is actually very tiny, so this will be identified as 4, and this single unit will be changed as 5. So if I actually click on OK, and this is actually being saved as recorded file. So this is another output file, so please save it carefully. After putting OK, this will actually start working and do all the processing they need, and this is running in the background, so we can take some time. Now if we want to open that recorded file, I will have to recall that file once. You can see the recorded file has been added, but there is no classification, but I have divided into the 5 classes. So blue is the water, second is the green. You can see the green has been shown. The another one is the light green has been shown as there, and that one is the like soil, and last one is the some sort of sand or eroding soil. So this has been divided into this sort of classes, and if we actually add some more classes, we shall go into the table tab, and we have option to add class name and add class area. This has been added as, if we actually give blue color a name and green color a name, we can actually add name here. It's like, say this is the water been identified, and this is the tree, this is the grassland, okay, and the gray one is the soil, and the last one is the sand or soil. So if we actually close this one, and it will ask us, prompt us to save this one, and if we click on yes, and this has been already saved. So if we actually leave this one and say for remove this layer and add that one again, you can see this recorded file is been already added here, and there is another one field I have already created, that is the area. You can add area from this one, this table. This is the table area, to add how much area is the water body, how much area is the vegetation and grass or cropland, vacant land or eroded soil. So in this way you will be able to analyze your particular area, say for land use or something, and it will depend upon your requirement and the scope of your thesis maybe. So the main moral is, you will have to, if you understand the theory behind it, and if we go very slowly, you will be able to identify more features than if you actually do in very hurry. So that's all from the image classification class and unsupervised classification. I think you have learned something from this session, and I wish all the best for your upcoming exam in this weekend.